Are you listening? Nurse Pass. Beast mode. Grind.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Brad back with another video. And what I wanted to do in this one is I wanted to give some tips, some advice to my nurses out there for the times whenever they have to call the doc. I think it's probably universally true that for nurses out there, especially the first time for the new graduate nurses, whenever they have to call the docs, it usually, induces some anxiety. It's usually nerve-wracking to have to call the physician. I think it's kind of multifaceted. One, because you're calling possibly because you're calling somebody who has higher education than you, then they know they have a lot more medical based knowledge than you do, and so you don't want to sound stupid calling them. Could be the underlying subconscious hierarchy that exists within medicine. For one reason or another, usually it causes some anxiety for nurses to have to call the docs. So I wanted to give you guys just a little bit of advice from somebody who has had to call the docs plenty of times working in the ICU setting during night shift, which can be a whole nother level of anxiety unto itself because you're calling waking docs up. From my experience, what I have come to know is that whenever you're calling that physician, first and foremost, you better be calling them for a damn good reason. Real quick, guys, I just wanted to let you know that I am an affiliate with an amazing company called NRS&G, whose sole mission is to help nursing students be successful in their studies. They have an amazing program called the NRS&G Academy that is absolutely full of all of the nitty-gritty need-to-know information necessary to help you pass nursing school. If you make a purchase using the link in the description below, you would be greatly supporting me and all of the work that I am doing here on this channel, but if you can't, don't worry because they have a ton of free resources available to you as well. Love you guys. Grind on. So a lot of times there's a lot of second guessing that goes like, should I call the doc for this? Is it really important? Should I not call? So one thing is check with your coworkers. That's usually a good thing. Your other nurses on the floor, your charge nurse in specific, if you're really questioning whether it's worthy of a call or not. Check with them first, especially those who are more experienced than you, especially your charge nurse, and get their opinion on it. If they say you probably should, then you probably should. Two, whenever you call the doc, have your shit in line and be prepared. Have all of the vital signs, have the chart pulled up, the lab values, everything that is pertinent for whatever the reason you're calling, have all of that information handy. And this is going to be something that's difficult at first because you may not necessarily know what's pertinent information and what they're going to be wanting to know, but through repeated exposure to these phone calls with these docs, you'll get better at that. The next piece of advice, which is actually some tips that I got directly from these cardiothoracic surgeons whenever you're calling them at night, is whenever you make that phone call, be very direct. You don't need to fluff it up with a lot of information like, yeah, Mr. Smith started having fast respirations and, then he got diaphoretic and this happened, then this happened, then this happened. You don't need to do all of that. The guy told me, don't need to fluff it up. Just give me the down, dirty, direct. What's going on? What's the problem? And present it just like that. Very short, very direct. What's the deal? Keeping it succinct like that, especially whenever you're calling them at night, you might be waking them up or whatever. You just need to get down to the nitty gritty. What's the issue? I found through his advice and through my exposure, therefore then taking his advice and calling multiple physicians there moving forward, that actually proved to be very beneficial. Whereas before I was the kind of person who would try and lay out this elaborate scenario that had led us up to this ultimate conclusion for me calling you. As opposed to all of that, just tell them what's going on, and then if they need further information, they need you to elaborate further, then they'll ask you, and you can then do so. Those are kind of the best quick tips that I can give you guys for calling physicians. It's going to cause anxiety. It's just normal. Understand that that's normal. Understand that there's going to be a time that you're going to call a doc, and you're just going to feel absolutely stupid. There may be a time that you call a doc, and you get chewed out. It's just one of those things, but as you continue to call the docs more and more, as you begin to develop a rapport with your physicians and they begin to entrust you, build up more and more trust with you, with their patients, the whole process is going to get more smooth, more easy. But I think those are some good foundational tips for you to put on your tool belt and then move forward. Just know that you're not alone, that this is a feeling that a lot of people have, but it's important. It's important to call the physicians. I think it's more important to call, it's always more important to call than not call for fear of being chewed out or something. So again, consult with your teammates, consult with your charge nurse to see if it's something that's truly worth a call. Have all of the information necessary to the situation on hand, ready to go, and be very direct whenever you make that call. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. We're putting out content every week to motivate, uplift, and inspire you to be the best you can be. It's your boy Nurse Bass, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.